Welcome, everybody. Happy to be back for Kentucky Teachers in the Know Ed Talk. It's been a minute, Allison. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute, Jamie. You've been busy, I think. I think we both have.
It is, but that time of year, lots of things happening in the fall, so it's good to have everyone back with us and sharing out some exciting things that are happening. So we're here to talk about Kentucky Teachers in the Know and the teachers for a cause and lots of different things. So, Allison, give us some background on the history of the events, and then some preview of things that changed and evolved and exciting things we have coming up.
Sure. So Kentucky Teachers in the Know, this will be our fourth year for Conference for a Cause. Really kind of started so that we could help out more teachers and educators and people across the state, people that work in our public schools. And we always have people nominate someone that they know that works in our public schools that's kind of in the need for something maybe personal, something health-wise that's going on in their life that they could use a monetary donation. So we do that, and we've had 3 very successful years. It has grown. The first year we got to have a conference in person, and we got to, meet everybody. We always have a guest panel of some very good people and big names in our education system in Kentucky. And then last year we started something new, though. We started an awards banquet because we always want to make sure that with this group that we're growing and we're being more than what we normally are. We're adding to, and we're doing more for the people in our public schools. So we wanted to acknowledge those people that are doing great things. So, we had awards, we had a guest panel, and all of that was in person, but we had our conference part, the professional development, was virtual still. Because of COVID, we just felt like that was still the best way to go. It's also easier. And this year, I think I just kind of thought it was best to still stay virtual with the professional development, just because everyone's tired. Everyone's really tired and exhausted, and being able to find the money to travel and to come to a conference and do stuff isn't always easy. And right now, teachers really aren't in the greatest mood for more PD. So, if they could sit at home and kind of join in and listen and participate, we try to make that as easy and accessible as we can. But we're looking forward this year to our professional development part, but a little bit about our awards banquet. We've put all of that information out, but I wanted to give a shout out to our winners this year. Our Dr. Pruitt Award is going to Dr. Sally Sugg. She's the superintendent in Shelby County School System and very deserving of that. Our Member of the Year is going to Amber Land Snell for all of the just amazing information and help she's given to members in the group this year, and always kind of someone that I can reach out to ask questions and get information from. Our Public Ed Influencer of the Year is Tina Bojanowski, Representative Bojanowski, because, man, she's rocked it this past year in legislation and just really come out strong and was a loud voice for public education and children with reading disabilities this year. Decision Maker of the Year goes to Representative Killian Timoney. Again, a public education person. He works for public schools. He advocates for us when we're in Frankfort. He really stuck his neck out for a lot of things for education this year. Communication Publication Award goes to KDE's Tony, because, my goodness, she's just absolutely amazing, and we love her. And I don't know what we'd do without her, to be quite honest, because she keeps all of us on our toes and keeps us in the know more than we do. She keeps me in the know so I can keep everybody else in the know. Let's put it that way. Student Voice Award this year goes to Caleb Bates, because he's the college level now. He's interning at KDE. He's doing all kinds of things, but he was a strong student voice advocate and still is, and is just, I don't think there's a day one that he stays home. He travels all over the state every single day and meets people and gets involved and does the great things to help people. Our Equity Award goes to Heidi Petrie Givens, because of the work she does for our deaf and hard of hearing communities. She's the Deaf Ed Chat on Twitter is something she started several years ago, and she just does some major advocacy work in that area for our students and with those needs. Teacher Leadership Award is going to Robin Burr, who's a good friend of mine, because she travels all over, not just in the state of Kentucky, but the United States, and is speaking to teachers and teaching teachers and providing professional learning. But, when we were in Frankfort and standing up for our pensions, she stood up and she spoke on the steps of the Capitol, and she was definitely a leader for all teachers. So those are the things we're doing this year, and I can't wait to be at the awards banquet and see these people and acknowledge them and honor them for all of their hard work. But the week leading up to that, so not this week. This week we're actually doing a fundraiser for people that live close in my area because it's a bake sale fundraiser, so I can't exactly ship a good chocolate Oreo pudding to people. But if they live in the area and they want to be part of that, then they need to join. It's message me if you can't find it. It's Kentucky Teachers in the Know online bake sale. We've got some great yummies, over 30 donated baked items and sweets for people to bid on. And we're going to use that money to help pay for the awards and stuff at the banquet, and then start our fund for the person of the cause who we have not chosen yet. And I was just saying to Jamie before we got started that you all have given a lot this year with the tornadoes in Western Kentucky, which was amazing, over $20,000. And I just can't even begin to thank you all for that. And with the flooding in Eastern Kentucky, which is my home, and what all you all have done to reach out and make sure that loads and loads and loads of donations have made it to those schools and to the people of that area. We wanted to give you a little break for a little while before we start asking again for you to give and give and give. And I think instead of one big like online auction that we've done in the past, that we may end up doing one of those in the spring for this cause, but we're going to spread it out over time to give everybody kind of different fundraisers and different things we can do to try to raise that money. So we'll be announcing the cause for the Kentucky Teachers Know Conference for a Cause at the awards banquet, the person that's chosen. So moving on to the week after that, leading up to the banquet, is our Nights of Professional Development. And this year we're partnering with the Kentucky Education Cooperative, so Department Cooperative. So KEDC is partnering with us, and they're going to actually provide the professional learning and the links and stuff of that. So I'll let you introduce our guest then, Jamie, and bring her on.
Awesome. Thanks, Allison. Exciting things happening that entire week leading up to the conference. That's also going to coincide with Kindness Across the Commonwealth Week, which we'll speak about towards the end. But without further ado, our guest tonight joining us on our first Ed Talk this fall is from KEDC, Miss Carla Kersey. Hello, Carla. Welcome.
Hey, guys. It's great to be here. Thank you guys for inviting us and also for asking us to collaborate with this conference for a cause. We know that Allison is doing a wonderful job, and Jamie, so we appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you.
It's great to have you with us, and I was hoping Nancy was going to join us because I was really wanting to unveil that Halloween costume that's pretty popular. So I'll have to see if I can bring that up before the show's over. But let's get down to the serious business at hand, and just tell our guests and our audience a little bit about yourself and your role at KEDC.
So I'm the project development coordinator / marketing for KEDC. Wear a lot of hats, as do a lot of folks in their organization. But one of the things that I absolutely love doing is publicizing KEDC, because I believe that we're one of the best organizations out there. But what I love about us is that we supply a lot of professional learning for our public schools, and we do a lot of advocating for our public schools. So that's one of the things that I enjoy doing myself, is advocating for our schools and making sure that we're giving the best and doing the best for our school districts.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, for folks watching, we have 9 regional co-ops, educational co-ops, but KEDC, you all don't fit on a map very easy because you offer so many different services, right? So generally, most people may be familiar with it from a special education or services as far as Northeast Kentucky, but break down the different services with KEDC, and then also, like I said, I pull up a pretty map, but that pretty map doesn't match all that you all do.
Well, and also, so just to say, there are 8 co-ops in Kentucky, and we are the oldest and largest. We started in 1965, so we're about 57 years old. But with that said, we're also the largest, and like Jamie said, you can't really look at our map and see which districts you would think pinpoint one area, but we're actually all around Kentucky. It all started, though, mostly in your eastern portion, and then went to southeast. We got central, and then we do have some western folks out there. There's a misconception about the co-ops that you have to join the area that you're in, but that's not true. You can join as many co-ops as you want. The beauty of it all is you can be a part of more than one co-op. And why be a part of a co-op is because your district can have so many opportunities, especially professional learning opportunities. Right now, KEDC services $18 million in grant work. $18 million. That is a lot of money for grants, and that's a lot of opportunities for our district. So KEDC serves 75 school districts, over 300,000 students, over 20,000 teachers. So with that said, that grant work that we do helps support these districts in so many different avenues. And then also, as Jamie mentioned, we have special ed services that are more of in our eastern area. They are more split up into specific areas. But we also have a platform called ACE, which is an ILP platform. And then we also have several other cadres, as we call them, for our counselors, for our DACs, for administrators, teachers, and we even have opportunities for students, such as within our grants, we take students to on trips, like to Washington, D.C. So, and I'm glad Jamie posted or is going to post, I'm not sure if he posted it yet, but our website is kedc.org. There you can find our event calendar. We have so many services, and within the KEDC website, you can also find our service booklet, which breaks down all of our services that we provide.
Awesome. Thanks for that overview. And like I said, and then also, I know of at least 2 offices. How many offices? I don't want to assume there's only 2, but I know of at least 2 personally.
There are 2. You're correct. So I'm glad you mentioned that. Our Ashland office serves as our headquarters. And then where I'm located in our Lexington office, that is our satellite office where we have conference rooms, but also there are several of our grant team members that are housed there.
Awesome. Thanks.
That's great. So I have to admit, though, I was teaching for several years before I realized there was like a difference in the co-ops and like the whole special ed thing and then the whole separate thing. And I don't remember how it came to be, but something about a map, kind of like Jamie said, and I was very confused. And I was like, okay, I need to learn more. And I'm glad I have. And I've experienced a lot of wonderful things at the Ashland office, especially being here in Moorhead with KEDC or KEDC in my brain. It's a Sunday night and I need to get it woke up for tomorrow. But anyway, so looking at this, and I'm so glad about this partnership and I'm thrilled moving forward with it because I think it's going to be a great thing. Tell us a little bit about the sessions you've got planned for the week before the awards banquet.
Well, I'm absolutely excited about the sessions because I was trying to think a little bit outside the box. Allison, you hit it on the nail when you said that teachers are tired. And so having the usual professional learning, I was trying to hopefully think outside the box. But I'll tell you each day. So we are going Monday, November 7th through November 10th. And November 7th, you're going to have the opportunity to be with Lori DeHart. She is KEDC in special ed. And I love the title of this, Big Behaviors, How to Intervene, Do's and Don'ts. And so she's definitely going to put in some do's and don'ts on how to intervene with those behaviors. Tuesday is the outside of the box thinking here. November 8th, we're going to have Kentucky native country music artist J.D. Shelburne on board, and he's going to talk about the road to country music. What I like about this is it kind of gives a different professional learning view on the arts. Encouraging our students who are in the arts, if you will, but also J.D. Shelburne is a huge advocate for Kentucky and Kentucky public schools. So I love having him on board with us. He is also a Kentucky Music Hall of Famer. So kudos to J.D. Wednesday will be myself, and this is going to be some DEIB looking into my life called On the Outside Looking In, which is a glimpse of my coming out story, if you will. And so this is something also that's a little bit different for professional learning opportunities. And then our last session will be with Addie Labor, who is also KEDC. It's going to be the Deeper Learning Initiative, and this has a lot to do with what we are striving here in Kentucky with the United We Learn that Dr. Glass and others at KDE are trying to make this initiative to where we're changing our style in education and getting a little deeper. So I'm glad to have all these sessions. I think we're going to rock it that week. It's going to be pretty amazing. I do have, I think we may do a registration with it. If not, it's going to be free for all for anyone that wants to jump in. And we hope to see you guys out there because it's going to be fun.
This is awesome. I love these ideas. Of course, I've known Lori DeHart pretty much my whole entire career. She's from Rowan County here in Moorhead, and she is amazing. I've learned so much from her over the years about working with behavior. And that's what I pretty much do, is work with kids with emotional behavior disorder. So I'm super excited to see what new stuff she's learned and she's going to share with us, because it's been a while since I've gotten to hear her greatness. And then, of course, the other stories, and having JD with us, and then hear your story and how that's impacted you as an educator. And then, of course, the deeper learning stuff from KDE. I mean, that's great stuff. And as far as the registration, I haven't honestly had time to wrap my brain around it yet. So I'll get with you, Carla, this week, and we'll kind of come up with an idea. This past week was one of those weeks, and that's really sums it up well. I don't know how else to say it. So we'll get together Monday or Tuesday and talk, and we'll figure that out. And I'll start letting people know how we're going to be able to bring these to the people live in our group here over the next week after that. So this is great. Thank you very much. And I just want to tell you, Nancy's watching live, so you might want to find that Halloween costume, Jamie. She is watching us. So
well, and we have to say that our executive director, Ms. Nancy Hutchinson, she has been so innovative with us and letting us, our team just create some new possibilities for public schools. And so kudos to her. Really enjoy having someone who, wants us to think outside the box. Mm-hmm. So, Jamie, if you've got that costume, throw it up there. The best boss.
But we can't hear you, Jamie. I think you're muted.
I was checking the Facebook comments, and so I was actually looking for that to try to pull it in. And from I think it was on Facebook, I saw it the other day. But absolutely, and in fact, Carla, I don't know if you saw it earlier. I guess the Halloween costume thing has went crazy this year. So there's actually another one I shared in the group earlier today, and all kinds of teacher education themed. But I know the one with Nancy was one of the first ones that I saw from. I think what was hers was the best boss, right? Or the boss costume.
I love that. Absolutely love it. And I do, talking about the diversity of the things, you took what I said about, teachers are tired of the normal PD. And right now they don't want to hear yet another strategy, that another way of doing something in the classroom. They've got that. And we've got to start trusting them more that they've got it. And sometimes those things are great, but right now they just needed something different and something enjoyable. And I think that's what we're bringing to them. So I appreciate that. You ran with it, and I just said, go run with it. And you did. And I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I love it.
He's got it.
Hey, there we go.
Yay.
There it is. I love that. BOSS includes leadership, innovation, service. Absolutely. Love it.
Absolutely. I agree. Yeah.
I had not seen that. I'm glad you shared, Jamie.
Well, Nancy was my former superintendent back at the beginning of my career, so I was glad to bring that in. She's a wonderful person, and it's good to see her continued leadership at KEDC, and was glad to do that. So, Carla, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. November, I'll add this last plug before we go, because this is the third year. November 7th is a big week. Not only do we have the Conference for a Cause at the end of that week, but starting November 7th, we have Kindness Across the Commonwealth. So this is the third year that we are all participating. Kentucky Shape, my organization, is one that helped create that a few years ago. Angela Stark and I and Katie Embry and other people across the state have been promoting this. We partnered with Teachers in the Know. We partnered with Kentucky Student Council Association, continue to grow it. But I always remind people, this started in 2020. World Kindness Day is always November 13th. But if you think back to 2020, it was as awful a year could be. Between the pandemic and the social injustices, and then the election and everything that happened in 2020, we needed a whole week of kindness. So Kindness Across the Commonwealth is easy to implement, free resources, no strings attached. Each day has a daily theme. So we'll drop that. Let's see, there should be a banner with the website, but you'll see more posts within the group as well related to that. But there is the website where you can sign up, and it's a Google Drive you get. You can do it anyway. You can do it at the school level. You can do it at the classroom level. We have a lot of community organizations that are reaching out to us and saying, and then we say, they're the themes, take them and run with them. So we're really excited about that and sharing across social media. And it's just good to know that all the amazing things in Kentucky, especially in education, and it's kind of a way for us to all celebrate our students and our profession and the work that goes into that. So check it out, Kindness Across the Commonwealth, November 7th through the 13th. And I'm sure Carla will make sure all those presenters are given those daily reminders for those KED sessions.
Yes, most definitely.
I think this is great, and I appreciate being part of it, Jamie. Our high school, our SGA, already has posters up around our high school about Kindness Week. So I'm excited to see what they come up with in our high school. And I know other schools are doing it as well. And I just absolutely appreciate what you do for that, because like you said, when it started, it was most needed, and we need to continue it because kindness is what we need more of in this world.
We already had 250 schools signed up, and that was before we posted in Teachers in the Know the other day. So the first post just went in Teachers in the Know the other day. So I'm sure given the reach that's in this group, we'll continue to see that expand. So awesome. Carla, any closing thoughts before we say goodbye tonight?
We just appreciate you guys again, and anytime that KEDC can be any help, we're always we're beyond brick and mortar. That's why we're called your trusted partner in education for a reason, and that's because we're willing to help, especially when it comes to public education.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Tell everybody at KDC hello, and again, thanks for the partnership. And Allison, I'll let you say the final goodbye.
Just everybody have a great week. Make it the best ever. Love those kiddos and give them what they need, and take care of yourselves, because that's most important. My dad used to tell me once I had kids, you got to take care of yourself, because who's going to take care of them? And the same applies for teachers and our students, because you got to take care of yourself. So anything we can do to help you, always reach out and let us know. And we will see you all on the flip side.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.